Hello, my name is Ethan Smith. I'm your full-time mathematics faculty member here at Catawba Valley Community College, and I will be teaching your online 171 course. This video is for students taking Math 171 sections 850 and 857. Technically, this is not an online course. This is classified as a hybrid course. You are expected to come to campus twice during the semester. Once to take a seated midterm exam and once to take a seated final exam. I will mention the dates of these exams later and have put them in our Blackboard course for you to reference every time you log in. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our Blackboard course and also just to get you started with our technology that we have here at CVCC and what we will be utilizing in this online course. So I'm going to switch over to my computer screen. All right, so let's go ahead and log in to my CVCC. All right, so we're going to go to my.cvcc.edu. You should recognize this login page. So I'm gonna do my username and password. So this is your portal. This is where you will access your email. You can access your OneDrive. I'll show you here, up here in the top right corner. Highlighted there is the OneDrive link. You can click that to go access your OneDrive anytime you need. It's up here in the top right corner. And so we've got that. So what we want to do now, let me bring my face back in, is to go to Blackboard. So over here, we've got Blackboard. So let's go ahead and click on that. And it's going to open our Blackboard course. So then we're going to sign in. All right. So again, this is 850 and 857. And they're identical. I'm going to teach them the same. So I'm just going to go into 850 and show you. So here's those important dates that I mentioned. So the first is the census date. The census date is the last day that you have to take the mandatory census quiz before you are dropped for the course. So if you do not take the mandatory census quiz by that date, January 1st, 2019, then you will be dropped from the course. The next is the 60% date. This is the last day that you can withdraw from this course without being penalized for it. And then the next two dates are your midterm exam dates and your final exam dates. So for work purposes and scheduling to come to campus, please make sure that you make arrangements to come to campus to take a seated midterm and final exam. The first one is on March 13th, 2019, and then on May 8th, 2019. So you have to come to campus those 2 days, which is why we classified this as a hybrid course. So the next thing I'm going to show you is under the Getting Started menu. This is where you're going to find your syllabus and a little introduction about me. So you can read that. So this is the most up-to-date version of the syllabus that you can download. And if you don't see it, if you see an error, that means you did not log in to your portal. So you will need to log into your portal first before you can access and see the syllabus. So make sure that you read over that. Familiarize yourself with my office hours, which are located right there. You feel free to stop by anytime. And you can also email me, and we can set up some kind of like web chat if you want to try that too. And I can work around trying to figure out what would work best for you. The next thing is the navigating document. So this is how you should read this in its entirety, line for line, and scrutinizing detail. Read over that and how that works. because this is how you will navigate the course, and it's got some of those important dates mentioned again. and how everything's going to be set up. All right, and then some netiquette information, and then if you ever need any help, here are all of the resources available to you at CVCC to help you, including our help desk, which is extension 4444. There is free tutoring available on campus in the LAC from 8 to 6. It's drop in, and again, it's paid for by your tuition. The next thing is under course content. So under course content is where I've posted some video lectures that are different from WebAssign, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. So under course content, each unit has a folder, and then each folder is a learning module associated with the section that we will cover. And so I have put some videos in here for you to watch on your own time or supplementary to the textbook if you want to and take notes on it. But there are lots of resources about that, and then I even recorded myself doing one lecture one time, so feel free to watch that as well. So there's all that stuff under course content for every single section in the textbook that we cover. All right. There's some review PowerPoints and then a review activities. And there's also reviews. So as you're studying, make sure that you're looking under course content for all the material to learn from. Now, all the things that you will submit to me are in the assignments tab. This is the first and most important one that you have to do. That is the mandatory census quiz. Go ahead and take it right now. Like, pause this video, stop, and go take it if you want to stay enrolled in this course. If you do not take this census quiz by the date, January 27th, 2019 at 11:59 p.m., then that following day, on Monday, you will be dropped from the course as a no-show. And that's just state policy. You have to take this quiz to verify your enrollment, and if you don't, we have to drop you from the course. So once you take that quiz, you will look at the pacing guide. I have put in the dates for the semester. These may change, but if they do change, they will automatically show up here, and I will email you about the change. So today, you're already getting started watching this video. You need to read the syllabus and learn how to access WebAssign. What I would also do is go ahead and download your first lab. And I'm going to show you that. I also mentioned that, or should mention that every week you will have a journal. Now you don't this week, but starting next week, on Wednesdays, you will have a journal. And you will basically write down in this journal your previous week and reflect on things, like tell me how life at CVCC is going for you in this class, or if you have any questions that you need answered. Those are completely secure, and in that the conversation is only between you and me, your instructor. Your other classmates will not see that information, so you're free to use that journal as such, as a journal and a place to ask questions without anybody else knowing you've asked it. And your first one's already available, but please do not complete it until next week when you've actually had something to journal about. So your unit lab assignments. This is where I will post all of your labs that will be released on a time schedule. And your first one is already ready for you. It is your Unit 1 lab, your A3, A6 lab. And you can download it by, let me turn off editing so it looks more like yours. So you will see right here's the lab. You can open it by clicking this option, and it'll open a full screen version, or you can download it by clicking here. So I'll just click here to download it. Now it'll open it in Microsoft Word on my computer because I own this document. I am the author of it. It's going to look a little different. What I advise you do for this lab is to, where it says tell me what you want to do, go up here and click download, or type in download rather, and then you want to download a copy of this lab. And so it's going to download a copy depending on what kind of computer you're using. If you're using a PC or a Mac, you will need to install Office, which you do get for free for being a CVCC student. If you're using a Chromebook, then you can just click the link and it's going to probably open it up in your Google Docs. So that's acceptable. You can use Google Docs. All right, so here is the document that was opened in Word. Okay. And so you can submit this several ways. One way is that you can print this document, work it out by hand, and then scan it and send it to me via the link, and I'm going to show you that. Or you can type your answers in this document and submit it to me that way. So the best way to do that, if you want to submit it using Word, is, for example, let's say you've got this first problem and you want to answer true, then you can highlight it, or highlight the word true, and then click this highlight. So you're telling me your answer is true, and then you can provide a justification. So the reason this is true is because ... All right, so we've got that as our first answer. Then, for example, when you're down here in these questions, if you want to type up your answer, you kind of got to be weary, because if you like press enter, it's going to move everything to like 6. So that's going to get a little more complicated. But if you press shift and enter, that's what I just did. So if you press shift and enter, it'll take you to the next line, and then you can go up here to insert and then an equation. Where is the equation one? Oh, my face is covering it. So over here, you've got insert equation, and then you can start typing equations like x squared plus 3x plus 2, or 1 rather. And then you can make that your answer. And if you wanted to highlight it, you can. And so there's your answer. So you can either type up your answers in this document, or you can print it out and submit it to me that way. So let me pretend like this is mine. So I've got it saved. So I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to put it on the desktop. So here's the desktop. So this is this lab, and I'm going to say this is Ethan Smith because that's my name. And now I'm going to submit this assignment to Blackboard. So I'm going to go back to Blackboard, and I'm going to click on the assignment, and it's going to give me a place to submit it. So if I scroll down here where it says Attach File, I'm going to go to Browse My Computer, and then I'm going to find that one. It's on the desktop. There it is, and then I'm going to click Open. And so it's now got it attached for me. I'm going to click Submit, and that is now going to submit it's because I'm not a student. So I'm just previewing it as the instructor. But when you click submit, it will submit the assignment. It will show you a preview of your submission and also email you that your assignment has been submitted successfully. So you got to look for that. So make sure that you do go to Browse My Computer and then click Submit once you've selected the file. And you can also leave me any comments if you need to throughout the semester regarding your assignment. Your labs, those due dates are again posted under the Getting Started, or no, I think I put them under Assignments rather, sorry. Yes, your pacing guide for the semester. Most of them are due on Wednesday, so most of your labs are due the same day as your journal, so that I can grade them for you on Thursday and get them back to you rather quickly. So that's your labs. And then the last thing is the unit tests that you'll see throughout the semester. So the first one will be on February 13th. Those are also located under Assignments. So if you go under Assignments and scroll down, you have unit or Blackboard unit tests or unit Blackboard tests. There's currently not one in there because you won't have one until February. But that is a timed test, and you only get one attempt, and you will have 24 hours, actually 48 hours to attempt that test. So it will open usually on a Wednesday, and it'll close Thursday at midnight. But due to some holidays that are coming up this semester, there are some switches, so please make sure that you keep up with the pacing guide and make sure, and then I will also be sending announcements of this information as well. And then the last thing is under course tools is your WebAssign homeworks. So you will need to purchase WebAssign Access either through the bookstore or online through WebAssign. So let me open Student View, kind of show you what it's going to look like for you. If you're taking more than one course that uses WebAssign, you'll have this drop-down menu. So we just want to find our course, section 850. And you will see all of the assignments for the semester. So these dates are going to change. These WebAssigns, let me highlight them for you. They will be due on the day of the unit test. So for example, the unit 1 test was February, I think it said 13th. I'm going to change these dates so that they are also corresponding to February 13th. Now if you'll notice, some of it's grayed out. If it's grayed out, that means that you cannot do it yet. You can only do grayed out information once you have done the reading quiz. So you will first complete the reading quiz, and then once you complete the reading quiz, which are these questions, then it will then open up your next assignment for you to complete. So for example, read A6, then it will open up A6. And you can't do these. And then there's also some video lectures on this as well. So for example, in 1.1, which is the first section of the textbook that's not an appendix, some prerequisites, there is a video for you to watch and take notes on for that section. And once you have watched the video, if you will click yes that you have watched all of the lecture for this section, and then it will open up the next section for you. So we can go back to my assignments for this course, and we will see now that the reading quiz for 1.1 has been opened for us. And so I can now take the 1.1 reading quiz, and then that will open up the next assignment for me. Now, you'll see here I've got an error about, it says I need to clear my cookies, so I'll need to follow the instructions to do that. Also, if you have a Flash Player issue, I have posted a link in Blackboard on how to fix Flash Player issues. So under getting started, I think it is. Maybe I removed it for this particular course. Oh, here it is. It's underneath course content. How to fix the Flash Player issue with Chrome. So you can get Chrome, or you can get the Flash Player working on your computer using Chrome. All right. So hopefully that's a good overview of the course for now. I'm sure that was a lot of information, and you're going to have more questions. So please feel free to email me. I'm going to send out another email tomorrow, again with some reminders and information and updates. So again, if you have any questions or need help getting started, you can email me or stop by my office for my office hours. I look forward to seeing you, hearing from you, interacting with you, and learning some stuff with you this semester. And I look forward to being your instructor.